name's Chelsea, and I blog over at makingmanzanita.com, and I am so excited to be with you guys today. We're gonna be making 3 different kinds of Mother's Day crafts today that you can give as gifts for Mother's Day, which is right around the corner. So we're gonna jump into our first craft. We're gonna be making a serving tray for Mom. So what I started with here, and I've already started it, but this is a serving tray, and this is what it looks like when we got started. This is obviously the back side, but this is the unpainted side. It is made by Walnut Hollow. That's the brand, and you can get it at any craft store. I know they sell them both at Michael's and Joann's, and this specific tray is about 16 bucks. So what I did to get started is I painted it white, and I just used white acrylic craft paint, and this is Folk Art brand. So I did 2 coats of that on this. And before I started painting, this is kind of a rough, like they call it a rustic cut. So I gave it a light sand before I painted it, just so it's a little smoother. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna keep painting here. And I have this side covered up because this is already done. So I wanna try to keep it a surprise for you guys. So we're gonna be painting some flowers, and we wanna start with grass at the bottom. So this is just a green craft paint. And we're just gonna hop right in here. So I'm just continuing my grass here along, and I'm just using a normal paintbrush, just kind of making it look like grass. And this one is a really fun one to do with kids. You'll see later that you actually need kids to do this one because we're gonna use their handprints on this, which makes it really fun. So yeah. So guys, we are joining you from Central Oregon. We are in Bend, Oregon today, and we would love to know in the comments where you guys are tuning in from. So let us know. I'd love to know where you guys are and maybe what the weather's like where you are. Today we have a lot of Oregon gloom, so it's kind of cloudy and cold outside.
You had a couple people from Michigan, Pennsylvania, Chicago.
Awesome.
Saw some Kentucky in there. Oh, and in Iowa.
Awesome. Yeah, so just keep letting us know where you guys are tuning in from. That's the fun part about these live videos, is hearing where everyone is. Okay, so there's our grass, and as you can see, I wrapped it down on the side of the tray as well. So next up, we're going to be adding I'm going to show you kind of what the rest looks like. So here's what the rest looks like, and I've already done all this grass to just save us some time today. So we're going to be adding some dimension to this paint. And what I did, I've already made one of these obviously, but what I did was I took our green paint that we used, and I'm going to add in a drop of white, and it's just going to make it a different color. Oh, that's a lot. And of course, I always get paint on our table.
People want to know what you're making.
So we're making a serving tray. And this is just for Mom. You'll see in a minute here when we get it finished up that you'll need your kiddos to do some fun handprints on it. The handprints are gonna be the flowers at the top of the stems here. So as you can see, I just added in some white paint in with my darker green, and it's just a lighter color green. And we're just gonna go through and kind of add some texture to the green we already have painted. And obviously this green is already dry, so you want to make sure it's dry in between your coats. And I just thought this made it look a little more interesting. All right, guys.
There's a lot of rain everywhere, it seems like.
Oh, yeah.
Southern California, West Virginia.
That's in here. Okay, so up on the stems, I'm going to add some of the lighter green too. Just gonna add a little bit in here, and then I'm gonna add some to the leaves too. It just makes it look a little more finished, I think. Okay, almost done here.
Someone just tuned in from Puerto Rico.
Awesome. Yeah, keep letting us know where you guys are tuning in from. So if you're just joining us, my name's Chelsea, and we are making some Mother's Day crafts today. And we're started out with our first one. This is a Mother's Day serving tray. It's great for breakfast in bed for Mom, which was always a Mother's Day tradition in my house growing up. I always remember bringing my mom breakfast in bed. So this is a fun one that your kiddos can make for mom. Okay, so I'm back here with just our normal green, which this is the green. This is I accidentally bought the gloss. You don't need a high gloss one, but this is just a regular old acrylic craft paint. And I'm just gonna put in some more stems here for flowers. So I'll show you how to do that. It's pretty simple, but you just kind of put your stem in. And like I mentioned earlier, the top of the stems where the flowers would be are going to be your kiddos' handprints, which makes this really fun craft for mom, or actually for this one is going to grandma's. And grandmas, if you are watching, you're getting a sneak peek at your Mother's Day gift. So hope you'll be surprised. So then you just put in your leaves here. It's kind of hard on the edges there. And if you don't feel comfortable just kind of doing this freehand, you could always trace this out with pencil first, just so you have a plan. But I kind of knew what I was doing, or where I was gonna put them. So
You got someone from the UK, someone from Ireland checking in. So,
Very
in
cool.
Australia.
Keep letting us know where you're tuning in from. I love reading these after the Hometalk live videos and seeing where everyone is.
I think a couple of people are tuning in late. They need to know where you got the tray again.
Okay, so if you're tuning in late, my name's Chelsea, and we are making some Mother's Day crafts today. So the first one we're making is this. It's a serving tray for mom. And the tray is made by the brand Walnut Hollow, and you can buy Walnut Hollow products at, I know they sell them both at Joann's and Michael's, and I think probably Walmart, but any craft stores would probably find them, or you can go directly onto walnuthollow.com and buy it directly from them too. So what we did is this is how it got started. This was just a unfinished wood. I gave it a light sand, and then I painted the whole thing white. We added some grass down here, stems and flowers with green paint. I added a little bit of texture in with some lighter green. And let me just move my paint here. And then the next step is going to be something that you could do. I'm going to do it with my hands, but if you had a bigger kid, my little guy is 11 months old, so we're going to be putting some bugs up in the sky, some bees, and his hands were a little too small for this part, so I ended up using mine. But if you had a bigger kid, I mean obviously bigger than a 1-year-old, you could probably use theirs, but what you want to do is just get yellow, and this is just yellow craft paint. Let me put it. And you just do your thumb, and we'll just do a thumbprint. Okay, so I try to make it kind of rounded. All right, and then I'm gonna I'm trying to hide the rest from you guys. Okay, so then you just do thumbprint. All right, I'm gonna do one more, I think. Okay, and we'll do it over here. Do it over there. Okay, let me wipe off my hands here. So, next, so it's starting to come together now, guys. So next, I put a quote up here, and this quote is unfinished. So I started it. I didn't want to have to do the whole thing on the live video, so you guys can kind of see how it's shaping out. This is the way I'm doing this is a painter's pen. And I actually ripped off, when I was undoing it, I ripped off the label, so you can't see what it looks like. But it says painters in big block letter, and it's a paint pen. It's much like a marker, and this is the black. And I love this for making signs because it really feels like you're just drawing, and it's a lot easier to do writing. So our quote is, mothers plant seeds of love that bloom, and then I'm going to write forever right here. The handprint's going to go right here, so I need to kind of shift it over.
Yeah, you do.
I'm trying not to step in this or put my hand in this wet paint. And I'm left-handed, so I apologize for kind of the weird angle that we're having to get this done at.
I'm going to help
You're
everyone out. It'll be upside down for now, but I'll
Okay.
get the idea.
So I have this kind of traced out with very light pencil, so I make sure I kind of have enough space. But don't do it too dark in pencil because it doesn't really erase off very well from the wood. So there we go. And I've already done it up here, but I like to do a fake type of calligraphy, and that's where you just make all the downstrokes of your letters thicker. So I've already done it to the first 2 lines, but we're just gonna add it here. So our downstroke would be this side of the L. And this paint pen is just awesome. As you can see, it's really easy to use. It feels like you're just using a marker. It doesn't feel like you're painting at all. And this is just Painters is the brand. And I just got this at the craft store, this paint pen. And I really liked this quote. I looked around a while for a fun quote. Like I mentioned earlier, this tray is going to grandma's. So I wanted to make it a little less mom. This quote works for grandmas too. So if you're making this for grandmas, this would work. Okay. And then I'm gonna just finish that part later. I'll do the thick on that part later. We're gonna keep moving here. Okay. So I left a little space open here in the middle so you can add in, I write Happy Mother's Day right here. That's what I did on my other one. So I'm just gonna write that real quickly.
While you're doing that, people want to know if you can use chalk paint to do this.
Yes, you could. Totally. I love chalk paint. I love using it for furniture, for these type of things. I don't use chalk paint because I think it's a little too expensive for something like this that you can use craft paint on. But totally up to you. I think the craft paint works fine. And those little craft paints, they're like $1.50 a piece. So it's pretty reasonably priced. Okay, and as you can see, my paint pen is kind of starting to get destroyed, the tip of it, because this wood is a little bit rough. And so it's kind of making my paint pen rougher, which is fine. I was only going to use it on this project anyway, so.
Okay, real quick.
Yeah.
Where did you get the tray?
Okay, so the tray is made by Walnut Hollow. That's the brand that makes it, and it's available probably at any of your craft stores. I know they sell Walnut Hollow brands at both Michael's and Joann's, or you can buy it directly online at walnuthollow.com. Okay, so, and you could have your kids write this part out too if you, honestly that kind of looks like kids writing. It's not a great writing job, but, so I'm going to show you what these little thumbprints we're going to do with next. So we're going to make these into bees, like I said. So I'm going to do my wings first, so that's up here.
While you're doing that, do the giveaway question.
Oh yeah, sorry, I haven't mentioned that yet, guys. So our giveaway question today is, what is the best gift that you have given or received on Mother's Day? So that's gonna be our question today because we're obviously making a ton of Mother's Day gifts, which are fun. Just wipe this off. Oh no, the tip fell out. There we go. Okay, and then I'm gonna do the little stinger on the bottom. And then a little smile. And then to make it look like it's flying around, just kind of dot a little path. Do a little loop-dee. There we go. So you could do bees, you could do butterflies. You could probably turn this into a butterfly. You could probably do, if you do a red thumbprint, you can make them into ladybugs. So, there's tons of ideas on thumbprint art online if you look it up. But I liked the bees with the flowers. So the last few steps I'm going to get into here are after everything's done and painted. And the next step obviously would be to put in the handprints, like I said. So you would take your kid, you'd paint, and I just used a foam brush. You'd paint on the paint, and our little almost 1-year-old thought it was hilarious. He was cracking up when we were putting the paint on his hand because he was ticklish. So that was really fun. So you paint the hands and then put the handprints on. Keep a lot of wipes nearby because it can get kind of messy. And then just wipe everything up when you're done. After you're finished with everything and you like the way it's looking, you want to seal it. And for sealing it, we used this spray, Krylon clear acrylic coating. And it went on, we probably did 2 or 3 coats, and it just kind of sealed all the paint in. And you don't want to do polyurethane because it will yellow everything. So I would stick with this. So after you've sprayed it on and it's dried, then you want to put your handles on the edge here. And we already have this one in. We did this earlier today, so you can see what it looks like. But on this side, we already have our holes drilled, and we did that this morning. It does not come with the holes drilled. You'll have to do that with the drill yourself. So I'm just going to turn this around and get our last handle in here.
While you're doing that, people want to know what the handprints will represent.
So the handprints are just the kids, and they kind of look like flowers. I'll show you the finished product here in a second. They're supposed to look like the flowers. So, oops, I need to push these in all the way.
Okay, the handle will push it back down, babe.
Okay.
Don't worry about it.
All right. So you're just gonna take a screwdriver and get this tightened. And I got my handles at our local Restore, which is just, it's a thrift store for Habitat for Humanity, and I only paid $2 for these. So you can find any type of handles that you want, but I thought those were pretty cute. So I'm gonna show you what it looks like. Our little guy is not here today, so we couldn't do the handprints live for you, but I wanted to show you what it looks like when the handprints are all done. So they're obviously really colorful. You can see there's lots more bees here. So this one's all done, and this has a different type of handle. So whatever you find and like. So super fun idea for Mother's Day. So if you guys like this, push share and share it with your friends. Share the video. And then set this down on the ground.
Yeah, on the ground would be better.
All right. So we're going to keep moving on. We have 2 more Mother's Day gift ideas in the queue. So,
okay.
Next up, what?
Go ahead.
All
Sorry.
right. So, the giveaway question, if you missed it, is what is your best gift you've ever given or received for Mother's Day? So let us know in the comments. Have you gotten any good responses for that yet?
Yeah, a lot of people have IOUs given to them, like, you know, kind of like those, you know, one free this, one free that. Yeah.
I love those.
Some people get flowers. I'm trying not to mention too much because I haven't done anything yet.
Well, speaking of flowers, flowers is the next project that we're going to be working on. So this is really fun because I like giving, when I give flowers, I like giving a potted plant because it doesn't die right away. So I picked up this potted plant, and I'm really ashamed to say that I got it last weekend and it's almost dead. So it kind of looks sad right now, but it was really pretty last week. I can't keep things alive at all. I don't know about you guys. So, oh, I don't want to show you that yet. Okay, so we are going to be making some fun button flowers to add to this potted plant. So let's get started. This is floral wire, and this is just 22 gauge floral wire. You could probably do it with another kind too. So you just want to cut your pieces of floral wire, and you only need 1 per flower, and you want to cut them about, this is about 10 inches long, and you can do various lengths in between 8 and 10 inches. So the next thing on our little supply list here, and I've got buttons going everywhere, we've got paper flowers, and these were purchased from Michael's a couple years ago, so I don't know if they have the exact same ones, but they will always have some similar. And then I have a bunch of buttons here. And I kind of chose to go with, these were like bluish tones, and these are pinks and purples because our flowers were pink. So I'm just going to get started here. So the first, I grabbed a small little button, and I'm going to thread the floral wire through, and I'm just going to, you want it about 2 inches on top of the button, and then you're just going to wrap it down and push it back through another one of the holes. And you'll always have at least 2 holes on these buttons. This one has 4. So this can be a little tricky. This floral wire is pretty thick. So, okay, there we go. All right, so you've got your button looped on, and you have 1 inch or 2, that's about 1.5 inches, remaining on the back side. And you just kind of want to push it together so you have one stream. And then I'm gonna add our flour, and I'm gonna do a layered flour. So I'm gonna do 2 of these. So I'm gonna just add our paper flour in here. And there, it's starting to come together, and I'm gonna put a bigger one. I think this white one would look cute. So these paper flowers will have a little hole in the middle that you can put the wire through. Okay. So this is a super simple craft. This one's really easy and doesn't require a lot of supplies. So next you'll flip this over. I found it easiest to just flip over. And with this kind of remaining piece, I just kind of pressed it flat and just kind of looped it around so that the flowers will stay in place, just like that. And there's our cute little button flower. And then we're gonna add it into our potted plant here.
Someone received a 3rd child for Mother's Day.
So that's awesome. So that was gonna be my answer. So last year on Mother's Day, I was in labor all day long. And after a 45-hour labor, I finally had my baby the next day. I had him on Monday. So that was obviously my Mother's Day gift last year. Pretty good one. I don't think it'll probably ever be beat. So that's mine. So I'm gonna make one more just in case you guys missed that. So we've got our floral wire we cut down. That's about 9 inches. I've got a button. I'm gonna put the button through the wire, loop it around, push the wire back through one of the other holes. And then I've got the extra wire in the back. And then I'm gonna add in, let's go with a bigger one. I'm gonna add in some paper flowers. And again, these paper flowers I got at Michael's. They have them at most craft stores. They'll be in the scrapbooking section. I'm gonna add in, and you don't have to do 2 layers of paper flowers. I just think it adds a little more. Okay. So after you get your flowers on, you just turn it upside down. You take the wire and you just kind of loop it down. And I make kind of a C shape to keep the flower in place. And then you can just take your cute little button flower and just add it into your potted plant. Okay, so you may be wondering why we made button flowers. First of all, they're cute. Second of all, on my blog, I have a free printable to add to this cute little craft. And it says, moms are like buttons, they hold everything together. So I just love that quote. I've always loved it. You can get this on my blog. It's a free printable. You don't have to sign up for anything. The PDF is right there on the blog post. So that with the free printable, you'll get 4 tags. You could add these to gifts if you want. I'm gonna add them to this potted plant, and then you get a card on the bottom. And you can print out as many of these as you want. So I'm just gonna use my paper cutter to cut this up. So I'm gonna I made a little cut line on the printable, so you'll know exactly where to cut. So this is the card, and I printed this out on white cardstock. So it's a little thicker than regular paper, which is kind of nice. So all you have to do is just kind of fold this together to make your card. And then some of the printers are gonna have bigger borders, so you may wanna just cut it off so the white border is kind of the same. So there's that. So there's our card. You could add more embellishments on there if you wanted. I'm gonna print out just one, or cut out one of these tags and show you how I attached it to the potted plant. So does everybody like this quote? I think it's perfect for these button flowers. I've always loved this quote. Moms are like buttons, they hold everything together. All right, any more good giveaway answers? Good giveaway. So the giveaway question, if you missed it, is what is your best gift you've ever given or received for Mother's Day?
Yeah, this one lady said they're going to plant a tree in remembrance of, she said it was her grandmother that passed away. Oh,
that's a great idea.
So that's a good gift.
Yeah.
For the whole family.
That's awesome. And then you'll remember her all the time.
Your string's right by the tape.
No, I needed here it is.
Oh.
Sorry. So then you just need a hole punch for the punch, and you'll see there's a little dot there. And this is just a regular sized hole punch. So that's our tag. We're going to get our string. And And I'm just gonna cut off a bunch here. So this is baker's twine, and I actually get mine, this small roll. I get it at the Dollar Tree. It comes in a pack of 3 of different colors, so.
People also want to know what you were cutting the cards and the tag out with.
Yeah, sorry. So I cut it out. I cut out just the main shape with my paper cutter, as you saw.
No, they want to know just what the board is.
Oh, this.
Yeah.
So this is just a paper cutter. This one's made by Friskers. It's really awesome if you're doing a lot of paper cutting. It has this little thing that pulls out that you can keep everything straight. It's got a wire in here so you can see where you're going to be cutting. So cool. It's super handy. If you don't have one of these and you guys do a lot of crafting, especially with paper, you need to get one. It'll save your life. So next, I'm just going to grab just a normal piece of Scotch tape, and I'm going to tape this string on the back of our potted plant. It just makes it a little easier. Sorry.
Yeah.
There we go. So I'm just going to tape this so it stays in place. I was playing around with this for a long time when I was doing it the first time, and I just found it was easier to tape it so it stays there. Okay, here, I'll put this over here.
You're moving it out of the way.
Sorry. Okay, so we're going to slide on our tag that we printed out. And again, this little tag is available on my blog for free. It's a free printable, so you guys can go to the blog post and grab it. It's for you guys, and I hope it'll make your Mother's Day gifting fun. Okay. So I may need your help. Hold on.
Well, hold this string up?
Yeah. There we go. Okay, thank you. I had trouble with this last time I was doing it. Remember I needed you to help me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do remember.
Alright.
Somebody gives rose bushes to their grandma for each grandchild they have.
Oh, that's a great idea. So if you're giving a small rose bush, like to start, this is actually a rose bush. It's a mini rose bush. You could put it in a pot, and you could do the same thing. You could put your button flowers in it and print out a label, a little tag to add to it. So there's our little tag. And again, this, you don't have to put it on a potted plant with the buttons. If you're gonna have another gift and you're gonna be wrapping up your Mother's Day gift, you could always put this on just a normal gift too. So that is our that's our second Mother's Day craft that we did today. So just a little recap. We made these cute little button flowers, and I actually have a lot more here. So you would add in a lot more so it kind of looks a little more full. So I made a bunch of these the other day. They're so easy and fun to make. There we go. So, and then you would just put on your printable tag, and if you wanted to use the card instead or with it, there's a free card on my blog too for you guys to print out and use. All right, so we're gonna head into our final Mother's Day craft of today. So, if you're just joining us, my name's Chelsea. We are making Mother's Day crafts today, and we've got one more to go. So even if you're late, you're still gonna get to see a full craft. The giveaway question today is, what is your best gift that you have given or received on Mother's Day? So be sure to answer that in the comment section. We are gonna be picking a winner here in a little bit. And the winner for the giveaway question is going to win a Hometalk tote bag. So there is prizes. So you definitely want to play along. All right, so the next craft we are making is a really fun one. We're going to be making a DIY lip scrub. And I love the idea of using a lip scrub. We are going to be flavoring it with vanilla and lavender. So we're going to get started here. So the little jars that I'm putting my lip scrub in are these little tiny jars, and they come with caps that come on. I got these on Amazon, and they are 1.5 ounces is the size. So I found it was a really good size for something like this. It fits about 4 tablespoons of what we're making in it. So that's how much we're going to be making per little thing, and we're just going to make one. So the ratio of the base, we're going to be using sugar, regular sugar, coconut oil, and this is just regular coconut oil, not fractionated, so it's the hard coconut oil. Pure vanilla extract, just from your kitchen, and lavender essential oil. So those are all our ingredients that we need. You'll need a small dish to mix it with, and then a tablespoon measuring spoon. So you're gonna put in equal parts of sugar, and I'm gonna do 4, like I said, that our little jar holds 4 tablespoons. So I'm gonna do 2 tablespoons of sugar, and then 2 tablespoons of coconut oil. And we're just gonna mix it together. So I would love to know if you guys use coconut oil in your house. I know there are like 5 billion uses for coconut oil. So I would love to know in the comments what you guys use coconut oil for in your house. I know there's tons of different uses, like cleaning with it. I use it a lot with my, like I said, I have a almost 1-year-old, and we put it on his like veggies before we cook them and toast. So I love coconut oil, but I'd love to know in the comments what you guys use coconut oil for in your house, or if you use coconut oil. Okay, so I'm just gonna put 2 tablespoons. Like I said, it is equal parts coconut oil and sugar. All right, so next we just need to mix up. And as you can see, the coconut oil is hard, but once you start mixing, it will start softening up. And if you're really having trouble, maybe you're in a really cold house or something and you're having trouble, you could always just warm it up a little bit. Not very long, because it'll go straight to liquid pretty fast.
Oh yeah, hold on. People use it for makeup remover on their skin.
That's a great idea.
I think candles I saw.
Okay.
People are rattling it off.
I know,
everyone uses it for everything. That's what I've learned.
There are so many uses for coconut oil. So this is just one of many. And I've actually made a regular sugar scrub, not a lip scrub too. I made a peppermint one year for Christmas gifts. It was really fun. I just used peppermint essential oil. And the sugar I'm using is just regular granulated cane sugar. And if you're gonna use a different type of sugar, for a lip scrub, you could do something a little more fine, like a baker's sugar is more of a fine grit of sugar. So you could use that. I find that this is fine. You just do not want to use anything rougher, like a sugar in the raw with the larger crystals. You wouldn't want to use that on your lips. It's just a little too harsh. It would work great for a sugar scrub for like your hands or feet or something, but you wouldn't want to use it in a lip scrub. So, I forgot to add our flavors.
Yep.
So, for every tablespoon of sugar that you add, you're going to want to add 2 to 3 drops of essential oil, and then 2 drops of vanilla. And this is obviously like a Mondo sized vanilla. So the drops that come out of here are pretty big. So if you have a smaller vanilla, then you may want to just
a non-Mondo vanilla.
Yeah. So this is just lavender essential oil. I got this on Amazon. It's the Eden's Garden brand. I know people are really particular about their essential oil brands. So if you have a brand that you like, feel free to use whatever. I think any of the essential oil brands would make a lavender. So again, I'm just gonna put, since I put 2 tablespoons, I can put 4 to 6 drops of lavender. So I'm probably gonna do 4.
This gal uses coconut oil to repel mosquitoes.
Oh wow, I didn't know it did that. It's pretty awesome.
Can you use it indoor and outdoor.
Awesome. Okay, so next I'm going to add in my vanilla. Okay. There we go. All right, so now we're going to mix this up.
People want to know if that lavender oil is food grade.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, that is a good point. I should have mentioned that. So when you're buying essential oil, especially with one that is going on your body or on your lips, which will probably end up in your mouth, you definitely want to make sure it is food grade quality. So do your research before you buy. Okay.
Ooh.
Sorry for the noise.
Use your finger. That's loud.
Sorry. Okay. All right. So get it in here. So I love these cute little hexagon glasses. I've actually had these for a while. I have I got a package of 24 of them, and I just didn't know what to do with them. And when I knew I wanted to make a lip scrub, I thought it was just the perfect size. So, there we go. So,
people are saying that that's a jelly jar.
oh, it's a jelly jar. Huh.
Yeah.
It's pretty tiny. I actually bought them originally thinking that they would make good food jars for baby food, because we were making homemade baby food, and they turned out being just way too small. So I ended up not using them for that, but I've used them for other crafts. I actually made candles in them. They're kind of like little tea light sized candles. So there we go. Ended up being a little too much because it didn't go in all the corners yet. All right, so that is our lip scrub. Now to use the lip scrub, you would put it on. You would just put it on your finger, rub it on your lips for a little while, exfoliate them, and then you can either you could do it in the shower and wash your lips off with the shower water. You can get a warm towel and just wipe it off, or since everything is safe to eat in this, you could just lick it off your lips too if you wanted. It'll taste good. So
cool. That
is the lip scrub. So last thing to make this more of like a gift for mom is I just added in a cute tag to go on it that says what it is. So I'm gonna get my paper cutter back out here and just make a cute tag for this. So I am actually reusing, this is packaging from something I bought at the dollar store, or at the Target dollar spot. I just thought it was really cool, like lavender colored marble paper. So does anybody else save things, save like packaging, or am I just the only one that's that cheap? So I save a lot of packaging and reuse it for little things like this, especially if it's cool paper like this. And this is a thicker, kind of like a more of a cardboard, so it works good for a label. Okay, so I am just gonna cut this. Okay, so I'm just gonna get a Sharpie, and I found that the Sharpie was the only kind that I could get to stick on this paper. If I was using a regular lavender, I'm gonna try to fit all this in here. You need like a fine tip Sharpie, which I just don't have right now. Lip scrub. Okay, there we go. And then, ooh. And then you just get your hole punch. There we go. Okay. All right, are we getting any more good answers to our giveaway question, which is, what is the best gift you've ever given or received for Mother's Day? So we have a few more minutes to answer here, and then we're gonna be picking a winner, and the winner is gonna get a Hometalk tote bag. So you still have a few minutes to answer the question. So put your answer in the comments. Okay, so I'm just gonna slide my tag on here. Okay, there we go. I don't think I can, well, I don't think I can tie a bow upside down. I was gonna try, but there we go. All right. And there's our little lip scrub for mom. So this is perfect because I think Mother's Day, it should all be about pampering your mom, making sure that she just puts her feet up for the day and is able to relax, and this lip scrub will just help her get away for a minute because it smells so good, and the lavender is relaxing. So I'm going to show you guys all the crafts we made today in case you tuned in late. So this is the first craft we made. This is a serving tray for mom. You can put your kiddos' handprints on here as flowers. We wrote a cute saying up here. We added handles to the edge, and now this is turned into a serving tray. So perfect to give mom a great breakfast in bed on Mother's Day. So our next craft that we made was these cute button flowers, and we put this into a potted plant that we bought. So these flowers were made from floral wire, paper flowers, and then buttons for the middle. And then there's this free printable tag on my blog that says mothers are like buttons, they hold everything together. And we tied that on. There's also a free card available if you want a card that has that same saying. And then our last craft today was this lavender vanilla lip scrub that we made using coconut oil, sugar, lavender essential oil and vanilla extract. So the recipe for that is online on the blog if you guys want to refer to that. So I hope you guys had a great time today. I know I had a really fun time showing you how to make these Mother's Day crafts. So do we have a winner for our giveaway?
Yeah, Adrian Lynn.
Adrian Lynn, congratulations. You won the giveaway today. So Hometalk will be reaching out to you to get your free Hometalk tote bag that you won today. So be sure to, when we end this video, there's going to be a button that says subscribe. You want to push subscribe so that you can get notified every time that Hometalk goes live. And Hometalk will be back here live again tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern. So definitely you'll want to tune in for that. So I hope you guys had a good time today. My name's Chelsea. I blog at makingmanzanita.com. And hope you have a good day and happy Mother's Day to everyone in a few weeks. Bye.